Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome back to another side quest about video games with myself and Exo Magpie.
Hello.
So some cool stuff, actually.
Yes.
Last week, some cool stuff.
Yes, Capcom.
Some stuff that happened today.
The timer was definitely something people got very excited about.
We've actually timed this right because we talked about it last week, and then it ended. Yeah, so it's all good. So we had the Capcom timer that reviewed itself this morning, or for some people, I think last night.
Yeah. Depending on your time zone.
But for us, it was this morning.
Yeah.
That it got revealed. Some NFT news.
Since we've been bashing the whole NFT hype train because it needs to be.
Yeah. The Cyberpunk thing, which we'll talk about.
Yeah.
They've released their patch and their next gen has come out, so we can talk about that. But first, let's talk about the NFTs because they got stolen. A lot.
An unfudgeable token got fudged.
At the £1.7 million worth of dollars.
I shouldn't laugh gleefully about basically theft so defenders of NFTs, you claim that these stuff was so secure it couldn't be nicked and stuff like that, and you got done by the most basic of phishing scams, apparently.
Yeah. This was something that we brought up when NFTs were first getting brought up by the companies, and we brought up, and security was one of them. It was what if something gets hacked?
Yeah.
Well, here you are. Something got hacked.
Needless to say, 1.7 billion.
1.7 billion. $1.7 million
That's not,
in NFTs.
Still a lot of money.
Stolen in an apparent phishing attack on OpenSea users. 254 tokens were stolen over roughly 3 hours.
I shouldn't laugh. However, there's a lot of people that probably deserve this because these, your crypto bros and your NFT pushers, who have no other interest than to try and make the money on this gravy train before it falls off the cliff.
So on Saturday, attackers stole hundreds of NFTs from OpenSea users, causing a late night panic among the site's broad user base. A spreadsheet compiled by the blockchain security service PeckShield counted 254 tokens stolen over the course of the attack, including tokens from Decentraland and Bored Ape Yacht Club. Fun. Yes. The bulk of the attack took place between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. ET, targeting 32 users in total. Molly White, who runs the blog Web3, is going great. Estimated the value of the stolen tokens at more than $1.7 million. It's literally this is literally just shot NFTs in the back of the head, this. Because, the only argument really they had was this stuff can't be stolen. You can't have an art thief come along and steal our stuff, even though you could, but in the way that they're talking about. Yes, I understand. But no.
Except now
that this has been shown that, actually somebody can come and steal your stuff.
No matter how secure you will make your service, there will always be a potential for people to get in. Why? Because human beings have to have access. That is your flaw in the project. What did they expect when they kept gloating about the amount of money these NFTs were going for? What did you think was going to happen? And it's not. Here's the thing: the people that stole this probably can't sell it. That's probably not what they were doing. These are probably your internet trolls who are doing stuff to make cause and suffering.
These are people who hack just for hacking.
Yeah,
by the sounds of it.
Yeah, because and it's this is going to be fucking hilarious. And to be perfectly honest, if any of those people that have lost their NFTs are the people that go on about gotta get on the ground level. Get in early.
You gotta get on the ground level, bro.
You gotta get ground level. Get on the ground level, and then make some investments, and those investments, then you get other people to ground. If I have one person, I have myself, and then I have 3 people below me, and then those people each have 3 people below them, each giving all the people above them some money. It's a pyramid scheme, isn't it?
This is sounding like a pyramid scheme. I'm not gonna lie.
Like this, it's what I've been saying over the past few weeks. Like the push from the so-called NFT supporters has been almost desperate. Like, please, the whole thing of like, you've got to buy now, don't buy later. Got to buy now, buy it off me, buy now. Like,
oh, you mean like Ubisoft?
Yeah, a bit like Ubisoft. But like, it seems like almost like some of them know this isn't going to last. Like this sort of stupidity of fucking people wasting their money is not sustainable. Well, and it's like, right, I need to. Okay, so I've spent a decent amount of money, but I want someone to buy the stuff off me for a stupid amount of money so that I can get out.
I think that's what they want. They want like the Bobby Kotick to come down and be like, "Yes, I like this. I'll buy it." You know?
Yeah, but Bobby Kotick wouldn't do that.
I don't know. He
would just buy.
I want about like money
yeah.
wise. That's what they want. They want somebody with that much money just to come down and buy their thing for a ridiculous amount of money and stuff.
So
like
that's
that.
not how it's going to work.
No, it's not. Anyway, back to this. The attack appears to have exploited a flexibility in the Wyvern protocol, the open source standard underlining most NFT smart contracts, including those made on OpenSea. One explanation, linked by CEO Devin Finzer on Twitter, described the attack in 2 parts. First, targets signed a partial contract with a general authorization and large portions left blank. With the signature in place, attackers complete the contract with a call to their own contract, which transferred ownership of the NFTs without payment in essence. Targets of the attack had signed a blank check, and once it was signed, attackers filled in the rest of the check to take their holdings.
That's just great. Oh my! I'm literally thinking like, so what does NFTs have for it now? It's not environmentally friendly. It's very energy intensive. It will be a detriment to the gaming system.
Well, the thing with this one, this sounds like an absolute bad error on the seller's side.
Yeah,
because
it seems
they've sold these things to people and then not took their information. So the hackers have come in and just put their own information.
Basically, what apparently, because I've been like reading a whole bunch of tweets about this. Apparently, what also happened with this attack was basically a bog standard phishing. So basically, someone replied to an email.
Yeah.
Right, and that email created the blank.
Yeah.
Thing, which then went through the hackers thing to give all them the stuff, and then went to the. Here's the thing, right? That's not going to be the only this security setup that or system or service or software that this site has is not going to be the only one that has it.
Oh no!
Which means every other one that has this one is compromised. Because there's a flaw, which means that literally, like the only actual defense, and even then it was a fucking wafer thin one.
Yeah. The
only actual defense that they had, because every time they go on about like, oh well, this is environmentally friendly. How is this environmentally friendly? Is your server that is hosting all this information and crunching all these numbers? Is it next to the mother of all solar farms? Tied into the mother of all wind farms, tidal farm. I can't remember what they're called, but like the ones that get energy from the tide.
Oh, like the little spinny things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And water wheels and basically every other green generating energy thing going. Is that what your server sites are connected to? Because No.
Yeah,
no. Do you not know the amount of processing power it takes to crunch these numbers?
That stuff, the whole environmentally friendly stuff. That's they're using the same thing that electric cars do.
Yeah.
The people who sell electric cars, where they're like, yes, we're environmentally friendly. No, you're not.
The only difference is, right, is that if you compare the emissions from a car to an electric car, there is actually a...
Well, no.
Right? I understand your point in that, yes, but at the end, the battery is still made of full of acid and all that shit, and that has to get disposed of at the end of the lab.
And that is just as bad as all the emissions from the car, so it's not...
The only difference is it goes in the ground and not in the atmosphere.
It's not environmentally friendly.
No.
You've not made an environmentally friendly car, you've just made one that, instead of over time, deteriorates the
make a fully recyclable battery, and then
once we've got recyclable batteries, then we'll be able to maybe say you can make a fully environmentally friendly car. But at the moment, it's not.
Imagine if there's a massive.
But with the NFTs, that's just their way of. I mean, it's not even a.
Yeah, but the thing is, they don't even come out with evidence.
Yeah,
they just say, it's
environmentally friendly. How?
How? How is that possible? Do you not understand? Like, you're not using quantum computers. Also, FYI, if and when we eventually get quantum computers, every single security system in the world is going to do jack shit to the first person that is able to use a quantum computer to hack things. Because a quantum computer literally is like, imagine Data, the way he processed things in Star Trek, like how fast he could do it. Yeah. Imagine that, but times by 1,000, and that's a quantum computer. A quantum computer can literally probably read the entire history of humankind in around about, I don't know, 30 seconds. Yeah, and even then, I'm probably over exaggerating. When I say exaggerating, I mean too long.
Many details of the attack remain unclear. Particularly the method attack is used to get targets to sign the half-empty contract. Writing on Twitter shortly after 3 a.m. ET, OpenSea CEO David Finzer said the attack had not originated from OpenSea's website, its various listing systems,
it'll be any user
or any emails from the company.
It'll be someone else.
The rapid pace of the attack, hundreds of transactions in a matter of hours, suggests some common vector of attack, but so far no link has been discovered.
They'll have sent out a phishing email to a bunch of people.
Oh yeah.
That have accounts with that site, and that's how they'll have got it. Because there will be some people that will have been stupid enough to click on the link.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Here's the thing. What I want to happen, I don't think it will, but what I want to happen is if this is actually how they did it, and it was just a simple phishing scam that they used to get people's details so they can access the server and do all their shit. I want them to show the email, because I have a sneaky suspicion if that's how they did it, the way they did it was basically saying, "Do you want to make more money? Do you want to get even more stonking rich with cryptocurrency? Crypto bro?
You want to get some more crypto? Get on that crypto."
Because there's one thing I can almost guarantee, is that there are some people in the NFT/cryptocurrency process whose greed is much more higher, is much more dominant than their common sense. And they will do anything to get more money. And those are the people that have probably been exposed to this attack.
Yeah.
It's I hope. If there's any justice in the world, they're the people that have been affected the most.
Yeah. I do feel bad for anyone who has kind of come into NFTs being like all optimistic and a little bit naive and just gone in and bought one just for the sake of it.
And then had it stolen.
And has now had it stolen. I do feel sorry for those people. I don't feel sorry for the pushers. If there are those people, yeah. I don't feel bad for the pushers of these. I don't feel bad for them at all.
The pyramid schemers and the pushers, no.
I might feel bad for the people right at the very bottom of that pyramid scheme.
Yes. But not anyone, especially not the fucking asshole who's showing up on YouTube adverts trying to get people to get in on fucking NFT restaurants and NFT. Have you seen those?
Yeah, this is what's confusing me now with like NFTs and that. Like, how the fuck does an NFT restaurant work?
It's a scam. That's how. This is literally like
get in on the NFT.
They are literally trying everything to see. They are throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. That is literally what they're doing. They are literally throwing absolutely everything to the wall to see what sticks.
This is what I would do instead of putting money into NFTs, because virtual reality is like really coming up in the world now. Yeah. Right. So like the VR headsets and all that stuff. I would start making a virtual reality like concert company. So like basically, I can work with like Lady Gaga or something like that.
Oh hell!
A virtual reality concert on.
Or VTubers.
Yeah. Or VTubers, and then eventually,
if anything goes together, it's the virtual reality stuff and a VR concert and VTubers.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, they just literally go together.
You work on that, and so that you can see them doing all their stuff. But like, eventually you'd get to, because I'd just go with eventually getting into a festival, league and stuff like that, and just start. That's what I'd put my money into. I wouldn't buy an NFT. I don't understand this. I don't understand. Get in on the NFT restaurant. What the fuck's? What's it going to serve? It's a restaurant. What? I'm going to eat an NFT now?
I don't understand.
What? What do I do with it? Is it a picture of food?
I think so. Maybe.
Am I just going to sit in a weird restaurant and look at a picture of food? Is that what this is?
God knows. It literally. It's. This is why I'm saying it's so fucking.
It's random.
But also it has a smack of desperation, like trying to. Like there are certain people who know that this fad is not going to last.
Yeah.
The bottom is going to fall out. The market is going to correct itself, and at the moment they're the ones holding the bag, and they don't want to be holding the bag.
No.
So. Yeah. So another thing that the NFT defenders defend about, kind of not true now. The one thing, paper thin defense it is, as it is, still a defense. That one thing, it's just someone's just took a pair of scissors to it. Pretty much. So, pointing and laughing at the NFT fad.
Moving on. Basically, Dragon Age it's not been announced, but there has been a sort of leak that apparently it's going to take another 18 months before.
Well, considering the fact that we've only seen concept art, and last game that they released that they only showed concept art was the first Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront.
Yes, and
Anthem, which had no content for both of them. So yes, that's a good thing.
That doesn't surprise me at all. So another 18 months.
A delayed game will eventually be good.
So
a rush game will always be bad.
EA's got
DICE.
What coming out?
They've got I don't know the exact release date, but they've got the next Formula 1 game coming out.
Okay, no, what I mean is other than their sports games.
Well, the thing is that it's like the first proper release of a Formula 1 game under EA. The last,
I know, but unfortunately, because Formula 1 is now under EA, I do not class that. It's just another one
I'm
of
so
EA's
good
games.
because all the new rules for the aerodynamics is coming into this season, and the teams have just started to reveal. They've just started to reveal all the cars.
I think I saw the Ferrari one the other day.
Yeah. What's your opinion? Because you are more. I'm more of a they want to make the fastest car and they don't care what it looks like.
Yeah.
You are literally that looks ugly. When they had the Hoover noses.
Yeah. I don't mind it. It's not as bad as the Hoover nose, to be fair. It's going to take a lot to get worse than that for those cars, but it's not awful. It's not awful. I don't like the new front wings.
The thing is the reason why a lot of it looks the way it does is because they don't want as much turbulence coming out of the back.
Yeah.
And also, they don't want the cars to be affected by the turbulence as much. So that's why the front of the car kind of looks the way it does.
They still look Yeah, they still look like they've decided to put a shovel on the front of the car. It's like honestly, like the way it looks is, it looks like they're expecting it to snow at any minute, and they're just going to have the cars go around. No,
the front wing is always designed to basically take the air that's in front of it and channel it over the downforce bits of the car to make the most downforce to have the most grip. And the new rules, like I say, is to try and allow cars. Because the big problem with Formula 1 over the past few years is that the amount of turbulence coming off the car in front means the car behind actually can't stay behind it, because every time it goes into a corner it has no grip.
Yeah.
So it would like understeer, burn out the tyres, and the tyres were just terrible. And everything's designed to try and allow cars to stay like,
on the floor.
Stay basically gearbox to gearbox, basically. Yeah. Like so that they can be as close as possible to each other. Gives better racing. That's the plan. We won't know if it works until the first race of the season, which is going to be, I want to say Australia, but it could be Bahrain. Anyway. Dead Space.
Yeah, but we don't know when that's coming out.
That is very true.
That's what I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think, what the fuck do EA actually have that's coming out that isn't one of their yearly sports game things?
I don't think they've got... Well, if they have, I don't know.
This is the thing. We're realising this, because I was thinking about this earlier today when I was looking for things. With Battlefield 2042 being... It just makes that game even worse, because if that's the only game that they've... Because what else came out last year that was EA?
Apart from the sports games.
That wasn't the sports games.
Apart from the yearly sports games,
Last year, I think Squadrons. Did that come out last year, or was that 2020?
No, that was 2020. I think that was 2020. Late 2020, but I think that was 2020.
So we'll say Squadrons for now, because I'm not 100% sure if
I think, question mark? Jedi Fallen Order 2 may be out end of this year? Question mark?
Maybe, but we haven't actually seen anything of that. I don't even think we've seen a title card.
We haven't seen a title card. We know it's in development though.
Yeah. Maybe out the end of this month.
Not this month. End of this year. It'd be one hell of a surprise. I'd be very worried if it was released at the end of this month.
Especially with Battlefield, the way Battlefield.
Especially considering it's EA at the moment.
But yeah, this is good news. I would say this is good news.
Yes.
18 months. It's not. I would say it's not too long.
It isn't. It's not too long. The problem is that it depends on what the reason for the delay is.
Well, it's not a delay, because they never actually came out with a release date.
Right. Well, it depends on the reason why it's going to be. It depends on the reason why it's going to be at least 18 months. If it is because they've had to restart all over again.
Well, they did, but we covered that.
I know, but what I mean is if they have to do it again.
No, I don't think so.
I'm getting a lot of Anthem vibes here. Which is I don't know what even worse for a fucking sequel to a series you already have going. You should at least have some sort of fucking thing of what it's supposed to be. Then again, EA originally did want it to be a live service. So... Yes.
They want to get on that live service wagon with FIFA. Yeah. Good God. Just fucking fix your games, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I saw a bug. I saw someone playing the 22 and saw a bug where all the colour textures.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
So it's just a black pitch with no markings.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding?
How the fuck this shit?
How the hell does that bug make it through? How does that bug make it through to release? How does that happen, EA? How?
Yeah, you don't even have the excuse of, oh well, we've got too much in the game, so there's too much for the players to actually test. You know, we've got to. You don't even have that because there's fucking nothing in your sports games. This is what annoys me, I think, with FIFA and Madden, and they come out so unbelievably buggy.
Yeah.
Right? But there's nothing in the game. There's literally hardly any content.
Yeah, there's the bugs in there are so bad and so constant.
There's no reason as to why these bugs are in the game.
There's not a chance this did not come up in QA.
Yeah.
There's not a fucking chance. Unless you don't do QA or you ignore your QA. These are the only two. Because I refuse to believe that your entire QA department, if you have one, just basically sit around and do fucking nothing. It's like, no, even in the worst performing teams, there are people who want to do their job well.
It's like, actually, Battlefield. Battlefield's another one. They took so much out of Battlefield for 2042 that those bugs should not be in there.
Yeah.
There's no way they didn't come up. There's not a chance.
It's not a possibility.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's almost as if, right? It's almost as if, like, the only way that I can see them being reported and them not doing anything properly is that one team reported the bug and the head developer, the person who doesn't work on the ones and zeros and just is a fucking yes man to the people above him. And I'm saying man because 99 times out of 100 it will be a guy. Because, you know, fucking chads.
Yeah, chads are cool.
Arseholes then.
Yeah, there you go. That's better.
Just basically went, oh, how many teams do we have? 5. Oh, you're the only ones that it happened to. Yeah, but it happened to us. Oh, well, it's okay. It doesn't happen
it's
that
fine.
often.
It happens 1 in every 5.
It happens 1 in every 5. It's fine. We can live with those.
That's not a good...
That's not a good ratio, 1 in every 5. In a game that you're going to sell millions.
Oh, bless.
A 20% failure rate? What the fuck? Oh, EA, apparently they're blaming Battlefield's poor sales on
Halo. Which makes no sense.
Makes absolutely no fucking sense, because Halo's only on the Xbox and Windows. So what's the excuse for it doing so shittily poor on PlayStation? I don't know. But more importantly, like, all you had to do is release a Battlefield game that worked. You didn't do either of those two things.
I can't believe they're blaming Halo. Because they can't be blaming Halo because of the multiplayer. Well, the single player, sorry, because that's a completely different thing. And they can't be blaming the multiplayer because the multiplayer came out for free, like what, a month, 2 months before Battlefield came out?
Yeah.
So, how does Halo... What?
Well, also, does Battlefield have a fucking multiplayer mode, a single player mode?
No.
I don't think it does. So that's a non-argument.
Yeah.
And also, it's like, no, first things first, Halo is arena deathmatch, their multiplayer.
Yeah.
It's arena deathmatch type.
It's like completely different.
Old school fucking...
No. It's clearly Halo's fault. Even though, if they were to go, oh, well, Call of Duty did better than it, then I'd be like, okay, well, it came out not that long ago.
Yeah.
There's not much difference between the times, I don't think. But I know the Halo multiplayer came out fucking ages before.
Yeah.
So how can you be blaming Halo?
Also, and I'd like to point out, Halo's not on the PlayStation. Just, so why is Battlefield doing so badly on the PlayStation? Because it's fucking doing shite. It's almost like EA doesn't understand the words "we made a shit game." It's almost they can't say it. They can't come out and say, "Yeah, we fucked up."
No, of course not.
It's like,
come on, look at Battlefront 2. Like, they deliberately made that game to work around the fucking loot boxes. And could they admit it?
No.
They still don't
Surprise
admit it.
mechanics.
They still refuse to admit that Battlefront 2, they killed it so that people would buy loot boxes.
Yeah.
Like, but no.
You didn't even do a good job of it because everyone knew what you were doing.
So bad.
Dear fucking God,
so bad.
What the
But
hell?
Anyway, back to Dragon Age 4. I think this is a good thing. 18 months. To be honest with you, I'm fine if they go 24 months.
2 years.
2 years, I'm perfectly fine.
Considering the fact that we have not seen anything other than concept art and concept animations.
And a screen of somebody working on something.
Yes.
I couldn't tell you what it was. But that's about it.
So, fingers crossed, BioWare stops relying on BioWare magic and actually starts, allowing time for
I'm
the
hoping.
developers to make a good
I
game.
am secretly hoping that this one is going to be a little bit more like Origins. Because I liked Origins.
It's not going to be.
Dragon Age 2 is okay.
Do you honestly think...
It's not awful.
Do you honestly think the BioWare of today is able to make a story of that caliber anymore?
No.
Oh, sorry, not
No.
the mic.
That's not what I'm bothered. That's not. I mean, naturally, like when it comes to the gameplay, the story. I'll find out when it comes out if the story's any good. Dragon Age 2 was pretty decent. The story was really good in Dragon Age 2.
Yeah.
The combat seemed to be a bit more minimalistic, very, very press square to win.
Yes.
Sort of thing. And that was my problem with Inquisitor. Was it felt like very press square to win.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried that that's what it's going to be.
That's what I'm worried. I would really, really like it to go Origins more, to have it be a little bit more strategical. I can't talk today.
Strategical.
That's the one.
Basically, instead of just pressing square to win, you actually have to think about what you're doing.
Yeah, or if they are going to go a little bit more action heavy RPG, give me combos.
Yeah.
Give me fucking combos. If that's what you're going to do, do it. I mean, it generally looks like Final Fantasy's going that way with Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm going to have fucking combos and being able to... Speaking of Final Fantasy 16, all I want to do is be able to do like a little combo, flip back, fire Viagra off, and then just dash back in. Or do a lightning attack and then dash back in. Like, if I can do that shit, I'm going to be so happy.
That, to be honest, that's the thing I was hoping 15's magic was going to be. I was very disappointed in the magic in 15.
Yeah.
It was very lackluster.
Yeah.
But I want that sort of if you can get the magic to combine with the melee combat, a bit like how they're what's the other game that they're doing with the
Forspoken.
Forspoken's combat looks really, really good.
Cool.
It's got, because it does feel like you've got your melee combat with quick fire magic, but then also big charge up.
Yeah.
I'm just stand there for 2 seconds while this giant ball of fire is generated and just explodes on you.
Do the whole anime thing of just standing there doing nothing for an entire episode of just standing there doing nothing.
Kame.
But yeah, hopefully Dragon Age will be good. I've got my fingers crossed for it because I do. It's the only BioWare game I like, apart from Inquisitions. Is it Inquisition or is it Inquisitor? Inquisition.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that one. I know everybody else liked it. But I was playing it. I was just like, this is fucking boring. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much the same story as the first one as well, where you're gonna get three races together and you have to raise an army to fight the evil thing, and it's all that again. I just felt like when I played, like Mass Effect 3.
Mass Effect 3.
It's the exact same fucking story. It's what pissed me off about Mass Effect 3 and Inquisition. It just felt like I've done this.
I've already done this. Pretty sure I've already done this in a different setting.
Yeah.
But it's even worse for Dragon Age because, I'm pretty sure 2 games ago I'd already done this.
Yeah. And I've killed Flemeth. I killed Flemeth in the fucking Origins. Why am I fighting her again? She's dead. Why is she back?
God damn it.
I mean, it's great to hear Catherine Janeway again, but that's not the point, right?
Yeah, that's not the point. The point of it is that she's dead. I killed her. This is not a Marvel comic where people who are dead come back 10 years later for no apparent reason. Because they were because actually a Skrull was pretending to beat them.
Oh my god!
You know how many times they pull that?
Don't even get me started on the Secret Invasion bollocks.
No. I'm not even on about Secret Invasion. I'm just on about half the Wolverine getting killed by Death. It turns out to be Wolverine. Well, the Wolverine that Death Wolverine killed was actually a Skrull. And the Colossus that took the cure to the
was a Skrull.
Was a Skrull. And Colossus was like, really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird and confusing and convoluted, but hey, That's Marvel. Write ourselves into a corner.
Write ourselves into a corner. How are we going to fix this? Easy. The person we killed is a score.
No. It's not. Half the time, it's not even that. It's time travel.
Hey, at least they give an explanation like DC sometimes, where it's like, oh, this person has turned evil and all this sort of shit, and
I'm not taking DC out.
What is going to happen here? Next issue, perfectly fine, cured, okay, no mention of what the fuck happened last time.
Yeah.
What?
Don't worry, I'm not taking DC out.
What the fuck?
DC just writes things and then just automatically...
I know you were eventually going to cure this person, but like, you couldn't give us the payoff of actually showing us on page in ink and colour. You just have this person show up as normal. Dude, the fuck?
Supergirl.
Oh, I was so disappointed because I was really interested in the...
in that whole storyline.
In the whole storyline of like the heroes being infected with the Joker virus.
No, the
or whatever virus it was called.
It's the Batman who laughs.
Yeah.
It's his virus.
Yeah, his virus. I was interested in how they were going to, because it's like, yeah, the heroes are eventually going to get a cure and they're going to cure everyone. How are they going to do that? That's what I wanted to know. No.
DC.
God damn it, DC. At least Marvel. It may be a shit reason, but at least it's a reason.
Oh, no. DC, Marvel are just as bad with that sort of crap. Like, DC are just as bad as Marvel with writing themselves into a corner, like Doomsday Clock of Dr. Manhattan and Superman. Oh, we're going to see them fight. No, we're not. and then
to be honest, even without that happening, it was still an awesome storyline.
Oh yeah, pretty much. But they wrote themselves into a corner,
and
then they just kind of pulled some weird shit to get out of it. Yeah. And Marvel's just exactly the same. Yeah. And it's just sort of like,
I know, but what I'm saying is that at least Marvel, even if it is a shit reason, at least they give us some reason as to why this has happened, why this person is back, or why this cures, why this person. At least we get shown something, instead of just a miraculous recovery as if Jesus Christ cured it.
Well, for all we know, Jesus Christ did cure them.
That's very true.
Jesus Christ could have come down and been like, "My child, here you go. You are saved. I have come down to save you."
I mean, anyway.
But that's what it is. But moving on from EA and Dragon Age.
Yes.
Square Enix. So their HD remakes of what was it? Final Fantasy 1, 2, 6.
Yes.
They did. They came out and they've done actually really well.
Of course, the Final Fantasy 1, 2,
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, apart from like recently, relatively speaking, had never even got a Western release. Like, oh no, sorry. 1, 2, and 3 hadn't really ever gotten a Western release until recently.
From the ones that came out when.
Yeah, no, they got released on the DS. That's what I'm saying. But like, and they have now got they then got released on Steam. But like when they were originally out, they were just Japanese only. And so I'm all happy and excited for more Final Fantasy.
Yeah, well, it's not just going to be Final Fantasy. Obviously, we've got that Live Alive that's coming out.
Yes, Live Alive, which never got a Western release.
That's
another one that I'm really like. So in other words, old school JRPG, but stuff I haven't played. Sign me up.
Yeah. So Live Alive, that's one of them. The 2D remasters.
Yeah.
That is coming up.
They've got actually Square Enix have got quite a few coming out recently.
Yes,
soon.
they've
got the triangle
strategy, which is coming out on Switch. That's next month.
Yeah.
Which is a lot sooner than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
That looks fun though.
It does. Well, it is basically Final Fantasy Tactics.
Me personally, I'm waiting for, because it's like a separate part of Square Enix that made that. I'm waiting for them to announce Octopath Traveler 2, because I loved Octopath Traveler.
Yes.
And that was such a good game.
There is a game that is basically like Octopath Traveler that they're releasing as well.
Yes.
I can't remember the name. Is it Alive Alive? No, it's not Alive Alive.
Yeah, no, it is Alive Alive.
Live Alive.
Yeah, Live Alive. Remastered. The one that's got like 8 different...
Yeah, 8 different time zones.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, so that's right down your alley then.
That would be good. So obviously, they've had... they announced the Chrono Cross remaster.
Yes, Chrono Cross. I
just want you to re-release
Chrono Trigger.
Because I've never played that game. It never came out in the UK.
Oh, if it did, it was literally the most random, rarest launch ever. That was probably in only like 3 stores in London.
Yeah.
You in the old days before the internet, you were literally at the mercy of the publishers and shop gods as to whether or not a game you wanted to play was ever released in your area. And Europe got the shit under the stick. Always.
Yeah, especially when it came to like the Japanese games. Yeah. We got shafted.
JRPGs were very rare and few and far between. Like so much so that Final Fantasy VII was a massive deal being released here.
Well, to be fair, Final Fantasy VII was a console seller, wasn't it? So.
Yes, it was, but still, like, it was a massive deal. Like, I'd never heard of a Final Fantasy before 7. That's true. And then it was like, wait, this is 7? What happened to the other 6? Japan and US release, Japan and US release, Japan and the US. Oh! So we just weren't allowed to have fun, were we?
No, way not. But yeah, they've got more. They had Bravery Default came out. The second one came out last year. That did really well. So there's a lot of JRPGs coming.
Yes.
That reminds me, because we're talking about Square Enix, Babylon's Fall is out this month.
Oh, the Platinum Live Service.
I kind of want it. I want it because I want to see it.
Yeah, I want to know. Like I want to know what it's going to be like because it's like,
Because if it's good, I might try and stream it, see if it works.
Yeah, I don't see. The problem is like.
See,
it's Square Enix.
I think
it's Square Enix.
Yeah.
And Live Service.
Yeah.
They haven't gone well together.
No.
And also, it's a AAA gaming company and a live service.
I think Babylon's Fall's out this week.
Possibly. But again, my problem is that it's a triple game industry and a live service. Like, here's the thing. I would be more looking forward to an indie live service coming out than I am of AAA gaming, because I have no faith at all whatsoever that a AAA game company can actually release a live service. I'm convinced now that they can't, because they can't be bothered to wait for that game to be actually finished. They literally go, well, it's a live service, you can release it now and finish it later, can't you? We can start making money off this now, can't we? It's literally 5 pixels.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
It's literally a picture of a box. That's it. You could qualify it as an NFT.
Well, it's okay. You can still sell it as a game, and we'll slowly release. It's like, you do know Bethesda got sued for that idea. Fallout 76. People actually took it to the courts over the fact that they believed Bethesda deliberately released a game in an incomplete, and then but sold you it as a full complete game. And again, as we've said in games in videos before, we're not in the days of Destiny 1 anymore.
Yeah.
Or even Destiny 2, where like
there isn't a lot of
there wasn't a lot of like competition. Now you have an awful lot of competition.
Yeah.
You have Destiny 2, The Division 2. Let's not talk about anything else from Microsoft.
I would take Division 2 out of there now.
Rainbow Six Siege, Fortnite, Warzone,
Genshin Impact, Warframe,
Hawking. I think Hawking's a live service ? Not to mention stuff like World of Tanks and World of Warships. Like, also there's there's a whole bunch of other battle royales that have come out.
Oh yeah.
Like Nanaka.
Nanaka.
Yeah.
Nanaki?
Nanaka.
The like Chinese.
Like the melee battle royale.
Yeah.
The
There's one on the PlayStation. It's not Nanaka.
There's another one on the PlayStation.
Hunters Legends.
Hunters Legends. Nanaka is also out on the PlayStation 5 as well.
Is it?
Yes.
Ooh.
I'm interested.
Because I tried Hunters and it was quite good. It was just like nobody was playing it.
Yeah. This one's been out for a little while though, so it may have an actual player base now. Also, the very first game it puts you in is with bots.
Oh yes.
All bots.
Well, it needs to, because you need to actually learn to play the game.
Yeah. But anyway, you can't come out with an incomplete game or a half-finished game. You can't. It's like Anthem, Avengers, Breakpoint. They've all shown you can't. You can't release a live service game incomplete. They're not. You're not going to get the time. Hell, Battlefield 2042 is literally a dead game now. I don't know. I have very rarely called a game a dead game, but Battlefield 2042 is a dead game. Why? Because it fucking got released in an incomplete, buggy, unfinished, untested state.
Yes.
And was shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You can't recover from that now.
I have trust in Platinum though. I've got trust in Platinum.
Yeah.
They gave me Bayonetta.
The one saving the one saving grace is that it is Platinum that are doing it, but it's a multiplayer as well.
Yeah,
which I'm like, okay, so how are they going to make that work with all the different like flashy combos and stuff? Yeah. I mean, hell, if it turns into a massive Dragon Ball Z Vegeta / Goku, I can do anything, you can do better. Good on you. I'm trying to remember. There's a whole bunch of anime tropes of like two rivals basically beating up on poor unfortunate third guy, showing up the other one all the time. So you know that if that trope's in if the combat's good enough for that trope to be in it, good.
Yeah. I'm good with that. Yeah, I'm giving Platinum. I'm going to give them the benefit of that. They gave me Bayonetta. They gave me Nier Automata.
Yeah, it's the only reason why I'm not out of hand just going, nah, this is going to be shit. The only reason is because it's Platinum.
Unfortunately for Babylon 4, though, is there are 2 other games in the same week.
Yes.
That is going to probably hurt them.
Yes.
One of them more than the other one.
Yes.
But obviously tomorrow, so you know what day it is today, tomorrow is the Witch Queen.
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2's expansion.
So
which
you are literally going to basically...
to try and... I'm probably going to get stuck in a queue tomorrow. It's going to be Final Fantasy Endwalker all over again.
Yes.
Trying to get in...
And to which everyone who laughs at the Destiny players who complain about this, they go, well, you must be new here. All the MMO players go, it's a launch game. What? It's a expansion launch. What?
Yeah.
What do you expect?
So, yeah, there's that.
Also, you know, considering the fact that, like, if for us in Europe, the Lost Ark queue is hell.
Yeah, because they've got like one
server in Europe. You do know Europe is one of the most densely packed fucking areas,
especially for free-to-play games.
Well, no, not what I mean, just population-wise. It's like,
oh yeah, no. Like, what I'm on about is like for free-to-play games, Europe's like the best place to release your game. Which is really weird. Why Fate's not here?
Oh, Fate.
Grand Order. It's very strange. That's a free game. Like, it would make a killing over here.
Yeah, I know. Just off you.
Just off me, yeah. Fuck me.
You would want Red Saber.
I would want Red Saber. Red Saber all the way. Just
not Saber of Red. Red Saber.
Red Saber.
Yes, you can be confused at that if you have no idea what Fate.
We're not going into Fate lore. It's too big and too convoluted. We're not doing it. No.
We don't have 2 years to explain it all to you.
But yeah.
So yeah. Hopefully it's good. If the thing is, if it is a good game on release, and not buggy as hell, and not broken, and has content, it will survive.
Yeah.
The problem is, if it's not that...
Yeah.
If it doesn't have content, it won't.
Yeah.
Because people are not going to hang around. We're no longer going to blindly just go through random strikes in Destiny.
Well, I don't know.
And then doing random patrols.
We've had, on Destiny 2, we've had 6 months of doing pretty much nothing.
I know, but what I mean is but you've already played, like, on launch.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get that anymore.
No.
No one's going to be happy to do that.
Very true. You have a point there. But yeah, so we got Witch Queen tomorrow. So I'm going to be in a queue, and then I'm going to have to try and go absolutely ham on that till Friday.
Because
Elden Ring is out on Friday.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what a time. If it is out this week, I'm pretty sure it's out, like, between Witch Queen and Elden Ring. Like, Jesus Christ. What a bad time to release your fucking game.
I mean, the only worst time you could have done it is 2 years ago when it was Doom Eternal.
No. That would have been fine. The only worst time to actually release your game is the exact same day as Elden Ring.
Yeah, because you're never getting any sales. No one is playing that game.
That's the only time that is like... The only way it could get worse is if you were releasing on the same day.
Yeah.
But anyway, we shall move on, if I can.
Yes.
Cyberpunk!
Patch 1.5!
Patch 1.5,
also known as the next gen! I have it downloaded onto my PlayStation 5. I have not played it yet.
I need to do
so
that.
I cannot say... I've had a look at the settings. I've put it into performance mode because I'd rather have 60 frames than...
Because in this patch, there is a lot. There is a lot that they've done in this patch.
Yes. There's an awful lot of stuff. They had to do an awful lot of stuff. Yeah. Even then, it's probably
I watched the live stream.
Yeah.
Of the thing that basically showing everything off. Yeah, it looks like what I wanted it to be on release, which is. I mean, it sucks that I've had to wait a year and a half.
Yeah. Well, a year and 3 months.
A year and 3 months to get to that point, but we're there. And granted, I haven't touched Cyberpunk since
launch.
Since launch.
Same here.
So this will be like going into a new game.
Yeah.
But yeah. So shall we go into anything that is
the changes to the pedestrian / crowd AI.
Yeah, the actual people.
Yeah. The fact that they don't just cower, and you can't do a 360 spin to make them all disappear.
Yeah.
They actually stay there, which is pretty good. The fact that people in cars, there's like instead of just getting out and cowering, they'll actually like they'll do different things. Like some will just literally gun it and even run over other people.
Yes.
That
was funny.
And I'm like, do you know what? I mean, sucks to be the guy that just got wrecked by a car, but
yeah,
like
I like the actual combat.
The changes to the combat looks really, really good.
Like the fact that now you can actually see the blades on him. Now.
Yeah.
Whereas before it just kind of like would just appear, whereas now it actually like you can actually see your arms change.
Yeah, if you've got the arm blades, like the lines are actually visible.
Yeah, you can actually see them. Whereas before, you was just the blade.
Throwing knives actually stay on the ground now instead of just disappearing.
Yeah, and you can pick them up.
Holy shit!
Or you can do the cooldown, which brings them back. Which is
I've
cool.
installed it. I had a look at all the different DLC. Well, it's all been free, so you don't have to buy anything. But all the stuff they've added, like. It's like scopes. I'm like, wait, what? You didn't have scopes? You have guns in your game and no scopes.
They had scopes, but they were just the really weird. They're on like the Warzone, the square ones.
Oh, like the proper zoom sniper, sci-fi sniper ones.
No, didn't have those. They just had the little square ones.
Oh, sights.
Not
scopes. They're not scopes. They're just sights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that was it.
They're like
that's
red. Your red dot sights.
Yeah, you didn't have like sniper rifles or anything like that.
Yeah,
no. The customization is a lot better now.
Yeah.
So you can actually customize yourself in your apartment.
Which is what should have been.
Yeah, you can
from
actually
day
do
one.
that. Yeah, that should have been there. Especially where in Cyberpunk, which is the whole point of a Cyberpunk world, is being able to just
modify yourself.
Modify yourself whenever you want. They've brought in the whole renting out places, which you don't actually have to rent. You just buy them once.
Yeah, it's basically new apartments for you to go in, and they are different themes.
Yeah, and each one you can do different things in. Like they showed off the Japanese one.
Yeah, there's like
the candles,
like the
and stuff
incense
like
and all that, which is pretty cool.
Wilson's, which is the first shop.
Yeah.
Then that you get to, that they will actually change stock. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. They'll change stock. I think it was every 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Like in real life, it's like every day. In game hours.
Yeah.
It's every day. They've got a photo mode. Combat AI fixes, multiple improvements to dismemberment trick. Oh yeah, dismemberment actually works now. So, like before, what the glitch was is you would like shoot them in the head and the head would fly off, but their neck would still be attached to the head, so it just basically just stretch. So you just have like this really, really long neck.
Yeah. Also, the AIs for the enemies has been changed to reflect more on what like different gangs they are. So certain gangs will be more aggressive and etc. So
like the gang with like the whole beast mentality.
Yeah.
They're more melee.
Yeah, they're more like coming.
So they will come straight for you.
They come for you, and also like the whole point of them is like they'll like juice themselves up and that, so they'll like shrug off. Like small caliber things, or like bring a big gun. Either that or something really heavy and sharp.
The actual driving.
Yeah, they've
remodded that, which is fantastic.
You can do donuts and wheelies.
Yeah,
easier.
we can finally actually, if we're being chased, you can actually take a left or a right turn without having to slow down.
Yeah, they've fixed the. I will always say the perfect balance between arcade and realism in driving for open world is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It's not perfect. There are a couple of things that
I think any Grand Theft Auto after San Andreas, they've pretty much got the driving down.
I didn't like 4 though. 4's driving really was bad.
I didn't like.
And I haven't played 5, so I can't comment on 5.
I haven't played 5, but what I've seen, because obviously I watch streamers, and a lot of them have played 5. And what I've seen of it, it does seem very like
it's closer to San Andreas.
Yeah, it's a lot more free flowing.
Like the ability to like power slide and be able to like do stuff.
Yeah, it's got that stuff,
a lot.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I would like. Yeah. And it seems to have gone a little bit towards that, which is good. They fixed stuff with the cockpit view as well.
Yes, they fixed bikes.
Yes,
which is nice. They've also added things to bikes, so now you can customize your bikes.
Sweet.
Because as before, because you could customize cars, but not a lot. Now you can customize them greatly. But before you couldn't really customize the bikes.
Yeah.
That way you could maybe change the paint job, and that was about it. But now you can like put lights on the wheels. You can do stuff with the handles. You can put visors on them. Sweet. Tons of new stuff. I just want to go full.
I want to go full Tron with my bike. That's what I want. I want the Tron bike. That's what I want. I mean, granted, not the 90-degree turns because that would be disorientating as fuck. But
you can now sell pretty much anything that you've got that extra. You can sell. So before you couldn't sell your cyberware, the stuff that you like used with your Ripper Doc. You couldn't sell that stuff, but now you can, which is nice. Quick hacking has been fixed up, which is nice. See, this is ridiculous. Look how many. I'm not even halfway through the fucking article of everything that's in there.
Vehicles, weapons, UI improvements.
Yeah, the skip time is a lot more easier to understand now.
Yeah.
They showed that off. The calling the car. So if you call like 8 cars.
Yeah, there was a bug where they would just spawn on top of each other.
Yeah. Whereas now that doesn't happen. They'll spawn in different places.
I think what they said is that ideally, if possible, will spawn one behind the other.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand the thought process of why they didn't spot that bug, because why would you spawn more than one vehicle?
Yeah.
But this is city open world gaming. People will do random shit for funsies.
Yeah.
Like spawn 20 vehicles, line them up.
Especially once they find out that because what's mostly happened is they'll call the car. They've called the wrong car. They'll have gone, oh no, I didn't want that on, so I'll call the other one. And then it's just spawned on top of that one and gone, oh. And then they've just kept spawning cars.
Yes, they kept doing it.
See how far they go. They've added things to the fixes now.
Yeah.
So the ones that give you jobs, you now have like a rep with them.
Yeah, and the more
jobs you
do
with
with
them,
the better the rep, and eventually if you get a reward if you get to full rep with them, which is pretty cool. Like that, gives you a reason to do all the side stuff. I'm just thinking though, is the spawning car thing more a future thing for potential multiplayer?
Maybe.
I mean, granted, we knew the people had already discovered this bug anyway, and that's why they were pulling the fun, and that's why they had to fix it. But it's almost like, well, if you spawn more than one vehicle, that's your own bloody fault.
Yeah.
So the very fact that they've actually fixed that makes me think,
Well,
and I have said, I want this game. I want them to fix this game, and I want them to get to the point where it was the game that everyone hoped it was going to be. And then I want them to release a multiplayer in the same sense of not the monetization. CD Projekt Red, just putting that out there.
GTA Online.
GTA Online.
Just for the role players.
Yeah, for the role players. I would love that. That would be absolutely fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah, it'd be. I mean, there were rumours that they wanted to put multiplayer in.
Yeah.
We just didn't know what type of multiplayer, and we still don't.
We still don't.
Because they haven't actually really.
Because they did say like there wasn't. They didn't want like it to be unbalanced and all that sort of stuff. But they didn't want to do just a normal like shooter sort of thing.
But yeah. The amount.
There's a lot.
There is going to be. I'm going to have the entire thing in the description. If
the link will be in the.
But there is
description.
A lot to go through. Like we can now vault over things, and we can go through glass.
Yeah.
We can actually run through glass now, which is nice.
It's almost like they, in a sense, it's that some of these problems are probably like you've never made a first-person shooter before, have you?
Yeah.
An open world is like you're used to just third person Geralt, melee combat and magic.
And even then, that game had bugs.
It did have bugs, but like not to the extent of.
No, not to the extent of this. But this is great. I am going to be putting.
I mean, it's not the fixes aren't finished, and it is disappointing that they've had to spend all this time getting to the game to this point.
Yeah. But it's here now.
It's here now. I'm hoping that people will be able to give it another chance. It's still not going to be perfect. It's not going to be the shining beacon that we thought it was going to be. With that hype bullet that we were sold to. But I'm hoping that this is going to be like another potential like No Man's Sky. And
yeah.
I'm hoping.
With what I saw in the live stream, I am getting that sort of feeling from
because even on launch, I could see the potential of what the game could have been if not, if the staff weren't crunched, and if they weren't rushed, and if they had have let it get finished before releasing, and if they hadn't lied to people about what it was running on, I think. this would have been a much more successful game than it was.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be ridiculed as much as it is. So I'm hoping.
Well, yeah, I will be putting it on. I will be getting on there now that I've got the space for it.
Yeah.
It will be going on. So I'll be giving it a go. This is one of the games that I've wanted to play, and I've wanted to play for a while, but I've just been like, I'm not touching that until I know it's fixed.
Until it is in a actual playable state, and the next gen release is available, and is actually, I'm not looking at a PS1 face for about 30 seconds.
I'm not looking at the block man walking down the streets. I love that glitch.
That wasn't even a glitch. That was basically because the console couldn't load the graphics quick enough.
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny.
It literally, I think you had to go to an area, stay there for a good minute, and let everything load in, and then start doing stuff.
But yeah, so moving on.
Yes.
Moving on. The big reveal of Capcom's Countdown.
We were saying it possibly could be this.
Yes, it is. It is. Street Fighter 6. Yeah, it's been about 6 years since Street Fighter 5 was released, and yeah, Street Fighter 5 did not.
It didn't launch.
I would say it wasn't even a finished game when that came out.
No, the roster was very small. I mean, yes, people will go on about Street Fighter 2 only released like blah blah blah, but it's
I think Street Fighter 5's problem was it was clearly released for esports. It was not released.
It was released for the esports scene, and let's be honest, if it wasn't for Sony, it wouldn't have been released at all. Sony financed the fuck out of that one.
Yeah.
Hence the reason why it's not on Xbox. I don't know if Sony are financing this one, but
I don't think so.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if they are.
Yeah,
then again, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not.
I wouldn't be surprised if they are.
I mean, I don't mind if Street Fighter 6 is released on the Xbox. More people playing Street Fighter is great.
I think the cross-play now is a big deal for a lot of things now. So I think it will be released on Xbox. I think Xbox is going to be getting this one. It wouldn't really surprise me just because you know how especially in the fighting game community how big crossplay is. It's a big deal.
Well, yeah, because it gives more life to the game, because it instead of relying on your console being a major player of this game being released, it's like, yeah, if a small amount of people on the PlayStation, but a larger audience on the Xbox, or vice versa, and a large or PC, it means that there's still a large demographic of people that you could all get together and play with. This is why crossplay is so good. It's why I would suggest every single game from now on has it, because there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
Because the only games that probably won't are the first part exclusives.
Yeah.
And then again, it's like, well, of course they're not. No one else is going to be playing it anyway. It's only on that console.
Yeah. But yeah, so the reveal was just a beefed up Ryu.
Yeah.
With a beard.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he was pretty beefy in 5, but he's even more beefy now.
Yeah, he looks even more beefy.
It's like, I see Ryu has gone to Zangief for extra training.
Yeah, it's like they've decided, let's just make everybody Brock Lesnar style fucking bodies. Yes, let's give them no neck.
I'm trying to remember who the other character is, because there's two, isn't there? There's Ryu.
The other one he's kind of like covered in shadow.
Yeah, no. There is. Oh, if I could see the thing. Like, there's a symbol on his chest, and it is literally of another character that's been in, I think, Street Fighter 3 or the Alpha series. I can't remember the fucking name.
Okay, Shotzi revealed a beefed up Ryu as he faces. Oh, it's Luke.
Yeah.
He fights. The 45th and final character for Street Fighter 5, who was teased to be in the sequel. Yeah, he was basically. Yeah, so if you didn't watch anybody playing Luke,
Luke is
the way he plays is that's how they want
6 to play.
That's
the basis of what they want 6 to play. I mean, granted, I don't care. Just you have to release with your roster at least probably the size of 5 now.
I would say
like King of Fighters just released.
Yeah, with like
have you seen that roster?
Yeah,
I mean, granted,
I would say you need to have at least your roster the same size of what Tekken 7
released with, and that was a decent size.
And that was a decent size.
It wasn't it's not the biggest. I mean, King of Fighters has easily got a chant for that crown with its.
Or maybe even Guilty Gear. Because Guilty Gear's got a decent size one. It's not massive, but it's not. No. But it's a decent size, and I think that's as big as you need to. On release, it needs to be at least that big.
And I think.
And there's no reason why Street Fighter.
You can't release with. I think it was 8 that 5 released with. You can't release with that smaller roster anymore. Yeah. You got away with it in Street Fighter 2 because literally you were the only one in town. But like nowadays, you need a decent sized roster for every potential and also like people's mains. People have a mains now. Like my main, even though I'm shit with her, is Juri. I love her. I love the Taekwondo ass kicking woman.
Mine is Ibuki. It's always going to be Ibuki.
Yes. She is really fun to play. Yeah, I can't play as her, but I'm terrible at fighting.
She is fun. She's fun to use. I just want to play King of Fighters though. Every time I hear that song, it just gets me pumped up. It's got oh god, King of Fighters fucking soundtrack is so good. Yes. I'm just like, yes, I just want to play this game now.
Like I say, I need to look after my money for this next couple of days, and hopefully my car MOT and service does not fuck my bank over, my bank account, and if it doesn't, I will be able to get things like Elden Ring.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Hopefully.
I've already got Witch Queen on ordered, so that'll be there. Probably getting downloaded tonight.
Yeah.
And then it's ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can find somebody playing Babylon's Fall. Because I haven't seen anybody really making a big deal out of it, so I don't know if anyone's going to be playing it. And then obviously I've got Elden Ring ready.
Yeah.
For Friday as well. And then I'm probably going to try and treat myself to King of Fighters.
Why not?
Yeah.
King of Fighters is fun. Yeah. Really fun to play.
It is.
I mean, don't get me wrong, we're probably not going to go on like ranked or anything. Hell no. Yes, we want one serving of ass whooping to us, please.
But yeah, anyway, back to Street Fighter 6, sorry. So yeah, it has actually been 6 years since Street Fighter 5.
I will wait until I see actual gameplay footage.
The other thing that they announced, as well as Street Fighter 6, they announced the Capcom Fighting Collection, which has all the Darkstalkers games.
Well, I know what I'm getting.
It also has some other games. The more obscure Capcom fighting games, like the weird monster truck one.
Rival Schools.
I'm hoping Rival Schools is
Rival Schools.
I'm not sure.
You've got to give us Rival Schools, Capcom.
I think it's more the 2D one.
I don't give us Rival Schools.
I really want a new Rival Schools game. That's what I want.
You friggin' gave us a character in 5. Give us a... Also, another thing, I don't like the Street Fighter 6 logo. It's an S in it. Like the esports logo, but it's an S and F.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of like...
It's very...
The Street Fighter's 5 logo was kind of like that, but it was like a more...
Well, it was a stylized Street Fighter with a 5 on it.
Yeah. But now this one's just SF6.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's... unfortunately, Capcom are doing that pretty much with all their games. Like Monster Hunter, its logo now is the MH.
God damn it, Capcom.
It's always MH and then thingy, but I mean...
The thing is, the cover logo is always...
Like Resident Evil is now RE.
Yeah, I know, but... okay, so maybe the digital stuff is all that boring ass shit. The
cover art will be different. It won't just be the...
that's good, because I will get the physical copy!
The cover art will always be different. The
Capcom... the Capcom beat 'em up... Yeah, Capcom, if you do one thing... Give us Rival Schools in that collection. Please give us Rival Schools.
But, Street Fighter 6 was one of the things that, remember when Capcom's data breach happened?
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6 was one of the things that was mentioned.
Yeah.
Which is why everybody was like, well, we know they're working on a Street Fighter 6. Which is why I was like, well, we already know they're working on it, so is it a big reveal? I mean, it turns out yes, it is.
It is because it's official.
It's an official one. But the thing that also this has made me excited mainly because with them. And Brock Ryu has made me excited, but the other game that was shown in the Data Breach was Dragon's Dogma 2.
Now that could be just a game that they will.
And I love Dragon's Dogma. I loved that game.
It got a re-release, didn't it? And the re-release did okay.
No, the Dark Arisen.
Oh, it got did really well.
It did really well.
Oh, that's good.
People still play it. Like it's got a really big. It's like that cult game.
Ah, yeah,
now.
Yeah. It's
where like Monster Hunter was before World came out, because Monster Hunter was big before World, but World
like
a bit
like Persona before Persona 4 came out.
Yeah, well, Persona 5.
No, I'd say 4. I'd say 4 got it to the point where everyone was going to explode when Persona 5 came out.
Yeah, that's kind of what Dragon's Dogma is now. It's like it's big, but it's not like
giant.
It's not like this giant name or anything like that. It's not Monster Hunter or Street Fighter or Resident Evil, but it's a name that you can put up there.
Yeah. Also, since we're talking about Resident Evil and Capcom and releases and that, Outbreak.
Give us Outbreak.
The plug for Outbreak. We must do it.
Hashtag give us Outbreak.
Hashtag give us Outbreak. We want Outbreak. Stop giving us bullshit fucking PvP stuff. We don't want it. We don't care. We want zombies, not other people.
So yeah, Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, it's been out for a while. It's like now that that's been released, I'm like, is Namco Bandai about to drop?
Bandai Namco.
Yeah, Bandai Namco. I said Namco Bandai, didn't I?
Yeah.
It's just the words around the wrong way.
They are working on Tekken 8.
Yeah,
they are working on the new game.
Are you going to give us?
They're
going to give us a new Tekken? And more importantly, like, are you going to have it like some semi new story after Heihachi has been thrown into the pit of lava and dead? Like, are we going to have a new Heihachi? Correct. Don't get me wrong. I would love it if I'm not going to give a shit if he's not there, because I cannot play as that character. He is the antithesis. It's weird. Like I can play well as Kazuya. I'm okay with Devil Jin. I'm not too bad with the unofficial son.
Lars.
I'm okay with Lars. I'm not brilliant, but I can. Heihachi, I can do fuck all.
I can do his uppercut.
I can do his triangle.
I can do his uppercut and his stomp, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's it. But with like fucking Kazuya, I can do the gut punch, the fucking devil sweeps, the fucking dragon up, the uppercuts, the fucking. Yeah, there's just so much I can do with Kazuya, but despite the fact that like the fighting style is supposed to be similar to Heihachi, I can't do anything with Heihachi. I literally cannot do anything.
They might do. I mean, yeah, fighting games have like just exploded again.
Yeah.
Again, with I would say King of Fighters has like resurged. Like Guilty Gear. And then King of Fighters got announced, and everyone was like, "Holy shit, King of Fighters!
King of Fighters!
King of Fighters is coming back!" And now,
and then King of Fighters released the beta play, and people were like, "Do you know what? This is actually freaking fun!"
Yeah.
Oh my god! It's like, does it have the depth of Street Fighter combo system? No. Does it need it? No.
Not really. No. But yeah,
is it fun? Yes.
So yeah, we might get a Tekken reveal at some point this year. The other thing to look forward to, because this year is Final Fantasy VII's 25th anniversary.
Yeah, remake.
We're probably going to get something to do with Part 2.
Yes.
This year.
Remake Part 2.
I think we're going to get like a little cutscene out of the game. I think that's about it. We're not going to see anything.
No. Yeah.
Either that, or we're going to see concept of the battle. Of the battle system.
I think the thing we're going to see is the zoom or the Zulum, or whatever it's
called.
The snake. The giant ass snake. The one that Sephiroth kills.
Yeah, probably.
We're going to see that. That's going to be...
Yeah.
One, right, you're going to have to give us the ability to fight that thing, but not be able to beat it.
Yeah.
Square. You're gonna have to. I'm sorry. I refuse to have that thing that is literally unkillable at the when you get to it the first time. It is unkillable. You can't kill it because of the fact that Beta literally one-shots you.
Yeah.
And it throws your other characters out of the arena, and it's a game over if all three of them are gone.
Yeah.
So no, no. Give us that fight, but just make him impossible to beat.
This one we might actually be able to ride on chocobos.
Yeah.
Instead of it being just a...
Well, that's the whole thing. Like, to get past the...
No, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
giant snake.
To
get past the giant snake, you have to capture a chocobo. That is literally, after the flashback, the first thing you do.
Yeah.
You learn to capture chocobo. Yeah, it's still tutorial, boys. At this point in the original, you're still tutorial. Like you're still getting taught how to do things.
So yeah, I think we're gonna get. We're gonna get something cool.
Either one, that, or two, something to do with Zack. And I'm starting to lean towards this being.
Well, we've still got Ever Crisis to come out.
Yeah. But also, I'm starting to lean towards that. The remake is not. It's like, like how Star Trek and the comics have like multiverse sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think this is like a different dimension sort of thing to.
Oh, the original.
The original.
Yes, that's what.
It's the only thing that can make sense now.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
because Zack has the sword. He has the Buster Sword.
Yeah.
He leaves with it, and I'm like. But Cloud has the Buster Sword. What the? Don't go Final Fantasy VIII on me. Don't go.
Please don't go all weird.
Random weird multi-view, different people, different time zone thing. Don't do that to me. It was confusing.
Yes, it was very confusing. But yeah, I think this year with review, I think we're going to get some decent reviews this year for number one. I think we're going to get. Possibly...
We're going to get a deep dive into God of War at Ragnarok.
Well, that's out this year, so...
We are definitely getting the deep dive into that.
Yeah.
Horizon's just been released. We've had the Gran Turismo, which is going to get released next month. The next big thing for Sony to go in on us is God of War. So we're going to get a big deep dive on that. Looking forward to it, because it's going to be awesome.
I think we're going to get some Final Fantasy 16 stuff.
Yes.
Like I said, we're probably going to get something to do with the remake part 2.
We did say everything's focused on 14's release. It's been released now, so now the focus is on whatever's coming next.
Yeah, which is 16?
Probably 16. They may be doing 16 and 7 remake at the same time.
It's two different teams, so
exactly. That's what I'm saying. We might get
16's got pretty much the same team that did work on 14.
Yeah.
Because it's Yoshi P who's done 16. Yeah. And Nomura is
hence the reason why the game looks the way it does.
And Nomura is working on part 2 as a creative.
Yeah. My only worry is again with Nomura. Yeah. I'm sorry, I've been to work. That's my excuse. My only worry is that he's mostly known for Kingdom Hearts.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people seem to forget that Nomura was the character designer for Final Fantasy VII.
Yes.
So the really cool badass looks.
Yes. He is. I will forever be respectful to the fact that he gave Barrett the badass look that he gave him, etc., etc., etc. Right. My worry is that story-wise, Kingdom Hearts is a fucking clusterfuck. And I don't want that in 7. Like, 7's story is pretty darn simple, in a sense.
Yeah.
Like you start off, you are part of this group. This group is fighting bad guy A. Bad guy A turns out to be not big bad. Actually, Bad Guy 8 turns out to be not as bad as Big Bad.
I think when it comes to story, we've already passed that point of being just sort of like... Now we're on the Nomura train, we just have to kind of like just... Yeah. Hold on and just pray to God.
Hopefully figure out what the fuck is going on.
I don't think it's going to be as bad as Kingdom Hearts, though. I really don't think that. Because you got to remember, the reason why Kingdom Hearts story is so unbelievably convoluted is because there's so many games.
Yes.
And they all link up.
Yes. The thing, my counter to that still makes me worried is that we've only just gotten out of Midgar.
Yeah.
That's the end of part 1. That's one game.
Yeah.
Right? We've got the rest of the storyline to go through.
Yes, yeah, I know.
How many games are we going to have?
Yeah, but that's my point. This one isn't going to be like, oh, this is part 2.
Are you sure?
This is part 2. This one is.
I'm not expecting part.
This is going to be following a straight line. Kingdom Hearts didn't do that. No. That's my point.
Yes, but here's the problem, right? Is that he showed Zack getting up.
Yes.
And walking away with the Buster Sword that Cloud started with. Like, how's that going to line up?
Look, this is going to end. The way this is going to end, right? We're going to end up. We're fighting Sephiroth again, and instead of having Cloud, we're going to have Cloud and Zack
fight him.
Which
will be badass.
What would be even more badass is if you can switch that point to 2-player. So the second player is Zack.
Yeah.
That would be sick as fuck.
Yes.
But it is what it is. But yeah, I think we're already past the part of like convolutedness because we literally fought Fate.
Yes.
We literally fought Fate.
Yeah, we defeated Fate. And then Sephiroth.
Yeah.
A visage of Sephiroth.
Yes.
So yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, I'm.
We've already got the timey-wimey stuff in there. It's done. It's there because we've literally had Sephiroth be like, "Yeah, I'm going to see you here, by the way, mate."
One job. It's not to fucking convolute it.
It's fine. Look, the thing is, with them doing this, it means it's not the same story.
That is very true.
So.
Aerith could survive now.
Aerith could survive. It's probably going to hit pretty much the same plot points, but we're going to get to them in different ways.
Yeah.
Because I think they generally want this to be... They don't want this to be a carbon copy of...
yeah, I didn't expect it to be a carbon copy, but I didn't expect the person that died and was like a driving force for Cloud to then get resurrected and come back up. Like, there's embellishing and changing the story to an extent, and then there's doing what he did at the end. Like the stuff that he added in the middle, like the bits where we're being a mercenary and we're doing random stuff, and the bits with Jessie visiting her parents and all that sort of stuff. That's the sort of stuff I expected and liked. I really liked them. I'm not saying that I won't like what this will eventually become, but I'm kind of like, I don't...
You're apprehensive.
I'm apprehensive because I'm like, Kingdom Hearts got so convoluted. And I'm worried you're going down that path again. Because think about it. Kingdom Hearts 1 is a pretty simple, straightforward story with an ending that can go into the second one.
Yeah. But then you got Chain of Memories.
Yeah, but the thing is, Chain of Memories can go into 2. Yes. It's when you get 1.5, 2.8, and all the other random ops like Dream Drop Distance and all the side stuff that all of a sudden appeared.
Yeah.
Like on the 3DS and the fucking PSP and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's my point. I don't think we're getting that with this. We're not going to get that. This stuff, I think Sony's literally been like, yeah, this is only going to be on PlayStation and PC.
I know.
Sort of thing. So
my worry is that he's going to do that into the part 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6.
No, I don't think he's going to do that. I don't think it's going to
We'll find out in 2.
I think
I have a feeling if that's what's going to happen, we'll find out in 2.
If we were going to get that, I think we would have found out about another game that's going to be set in between 2 instead of just getting Intermission, the DLC with Yuffie.
Then again, Intermission has got like stuff with
from Dirge of
Cerberus.
The thing is, the stuff in Dirge of Cerberus when it comes to what the fuck are they called? it doesn't matter. They're shit anyway. Those people, they existed in Midgard anyway.
Yeah.
So they're around at the point at the beginning anyway.
Yeah.
They're there because it's Hojo's fucking group. So that's fine, them being brought in. And it makes more sense now instead of them just randomly showing up in Dirge of Cerberus. Being like, yes, we were there all along. Were you though? I don't really remember seeing any of you.
I'm actually looking forward to getting to that point because I'm replaying through on the PS5 Final Fantasy VII.
Yuffie, the combat with Yuffie and her bud is, mwah. Yeah. It's fantastic.
I'm looking forward to it.
But if Part 2's combat is like that, team ups, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
Also, like, they have to allow Yuffie to join the group in Part 2. Yes. Yuffie has to join the group.
Yuffie has to join the group now. I think Yuffie and Vincent should join.
Next. Right. Okay. If that's the case, Cat Sif joins.
Well, yeah. Cat Sif is probably going to join.
Right. Here's the problem.
Because we've seen
right.
Cat.
So that means Nibelheim.
Yeah.
Right. Considering only Midgard was Part 1.
Yes.
You are saying Part 2...
I know
Part
how
2
much is in.
Is the flashback...
Yes.
Flashback,
right.
The Chocobo Farm, Junyan...
Yes.
Cross the Junyan to Costa del Sol, Gold Saucer, Zack's hometown, Gungaden...
Yeah.
Cosmo Canyon...
Yes.
And then Nibelheim.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Right. About that, I don't think we're going to be doing all of that.
Yeah, I know you...
I don't think we're going to be going to Zack's hometown. I don't think... There's a massive chance that we might not even get the flashback.
Oh, we're getting the flashback because they're in Calm. This game's Part 2 is probably starting in Calm.
Right. Obviously, we'll probably do the Golden Saucer because that's going to be the Honeybee Inn this time.
Yeah, the Golden Saucer is going to be
big, flashy.
Here's the thing, right?
Which I'm actually looking forward to.
Here's the thing: once you get past Nibelheim, there's Rocket Town, and once you have past Rocket Town, you have access to the full map almost.
Mm.
So what are they going to do? I can understand Nibelheim being the end of a part because it's such a big part. It's such a big thing. God, this is one hell of a tangent we've gone off on.
I know.
But let's finish it. Nibelheim, it's such a big point in the story that I totally agree with that being an endpoint to one of to like Part 3 or Part 4, depending on how much is added. My problem is I think there's too much for the way they want this game to be. I think there's too much content for them to put in for Nibelheim to be the end of Part 2.
Yes.
Simply saying, because not only do you have Gold Saucer, you're forgetting the prison.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not forgetting the prison. I knew the prison's there. I remember that.
So, and with Barrett's hometown and Barrett's backstory.
Yeah, that's true.
I
think maybe what? Let's say Cosmo Canyon?
I think we are going to get the Chocobo Catcher, the backstory, Chocobo Farm, and Junyan. I think we're going to end in Junyan. I think we're going to end with the ship fighting Genova and then landing at Costa del Sol. Because if you think about it, they added a Genova fight for no reason. Really.
Yeah.
At the end of... I think we're going to finish every part with a Genova fight.
Oh, maybe.
I think I actually believe that. I actually believe we're going to have a Genova fight at the end of it. So, I think we're going to end with the ship heading to, pulling into Costa del Sol.
Mm.
Because I think they're going to add a whole bunch of stuff for us to do in Junyan.
That makes a good point.
To be able to get on the stowaway on the ship.
That's a good point.
And then stuff to do on the ship as we're traveling.
I hope they keep the parade bit.
I want the parade bit in. I love that bit.
I hope they keep the parade.
Also, it has to have Rufus. I want full military band playing of Rufus's theme.
Yes.
I want full military band.
I think. Okay, so maybe not Vincent, but
we'll get Yuffie.
I think we'll get Yuffie. I think we are going to get Catsif. I think we'll get Catsif a little bit earlier than we do in the original.
Possibly, because he was shown.
Because they showed him in Midgar.
Yeah.
So he was in Midgar.
Yeah.
And we know, spoilers, we know that Reeve is Catsif.
Okay, we already know this. I mean, it was the biggest. Wasn't the hardest thing to figure out.
So we know. So I do think we're going to get Catsif a little bit earlier.
It's possible.
And then maybe we'll get Vincent in part 3.
I think we're going to get everyone at the same point.
We might not even get Kate Sif because we'll actually get Red 13 properly.
Yeah, exactly. I think
so. We'll get Yuffie in Red 13.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like we'll have 2 characters, Yuffie and Red 13, joining the actual party to fight. And then episode 3 is going to be. Costa del Sol is a little bit. They don't need to add anything to that. That's basically just everyone having a little rest
and getting out
there and having a very uncomfortable conversation with Hojo.
Yes. Oh, that's going to be great. That's going to be great.
In an awful way.
It's going to be awful. It's going to be awful to look at. It's going to be like one of those things that you only see in your nightmares, but it's still going to be good.
So you've got that. The route to Barrett's hometown. It's Calm Town?
Calm.
No, Calm. Yeah, calm. I know I'm getting it wrong, but anyway, you got that, which gives Gold Saucer, Barrett's backstory, ending with the fight against Dine.
You think that's where you're going to end? I think
potentially on how much stuff they let you do in Gold Saucer. If not, then after Gold Saucer we go to Zack's hometown and Cosmo Canyon. And then maybe Nibelheim. So it's actually we may end
because I agree with you that like the endings of the things are going to be like a decent punch. But that's my point. This is why I'm saying we might get the Nibelheim. Is because I mean, other than really Cosmo Canyon.
The reason why I say Junyan for the end of part 2 is because it's your first in the original. That's the first Genova fight.
Yeah.
That's the first Genova fight, and it is a massive. It is like a big part of like, yeah, we are actually chasing him.
Yeah, but like after Junyan, is there a decent spot really to?
I would probably say either.
I wouldn't say Cosmo Canyon because. I would be a bit disappointed if they ended at Cosmo Canyon.
Well, right. It depends on how much because they've added so much stuff to the Midgar stuff. Like there's so much extra content in Midgar. Like Midgar, you could get out of Midgar in about 2 hours max if you wanted to rush it. And like I think we've gone on a bit too much. Yeah, probably. Yeah, but anyway, like. We've got Square Enix. We're expecting a whole bunch of potential stuff to.
I think we're going to get something to do with remake this year, with it being the 25th anniversary. We're also probably going to. I reckon Ever Crisis is going to come out. Ever Crisis is that it's Final Fantasy 7.
Everything to do with Final Fantasy 7.
Advent Children. Dirge of Cerberus. Crisis Core. All in one, done sort of like
mobile-ish game.
Yeah, but I think it's going to get released on other things.
I think it's getting on PC.
It's going to be on PC. It's going to be on PC. I think it's going to get released on Switch.
Yeah,
I would release it on Switch.
I would as well.
I would be surprised if we didn't see it on PlayStation.
Yeah,
you know. So yeah, I think we're going to get. It's going to be on more than just mobile, that game. If I'm honest, I literally all I want to know is how the fuck Advent Children is going to work. Because Advent Children, my god, that story is a weird one. I don't understand it at all. But anyway, hopefully they can.
Basically, look. Let's all boil down to Advent Children to the bare minimum. Basically, we're killing the remnants of Genova.
Yes.
That's what it is. The remnants of Genova, the last little fucking tiny pieces of fucking corrupted biomass that she is, we're basically killing that. And because Sephiroth is connected to Genova in the way he was created and etc., and the fact that Hojo made a whole bunch of clones out of him, he didn't, because Hojo's not that good. He basically just, he took a whole bunch of people who were probably like nearly dead or dead from the war in Wutai, and injected them with Genova and Sephiroth cells.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what he did.
So it's why Cloud is so fucked up.
Yeah. But anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed the chat, because I'm going to think that's a good place to end it, because we kind of went off on a giant tangent there.
We got talking about the remake, which we should learn now. The remake ends up with giant tangents.
Yes. So anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this chat. If there's anything that you're looking forward to, because a lot of today's chat, which I'm quite happy about, was stuff to look forward to.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything you're looking forward to? Did you like the Street Fighter 6 announcement? Did you like the Cyberpunk stream?
Have you played the updates in it? Is it finally at a point where it's actually like what we wanted?
Any comments? Just leave them down below, the usual, and we'll see you in the next chat. Bye now.
Toodles.